And it's so funny because me and a couple of my friends were talking about the release earlier and just sharing our thoughts and our confusion about the title track and how it could have possibly been better. And one of my friends said, I'm the ambassador of noise music, but this is kind of scary.
I'm saying I don't wanna come down from your love. We'll get lost together like we fly. Don't ever let me come down from your love. From your love. From your love.
Hey guys, it's Bree here. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So you guys already saw the title of the video, you know why you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about JYPE's newest girl group NMIXX and their debut. I'm just going to tell you what I think about their debut title track 00, and I'll also briefly discuss the B-side for their EP Admare Tank. So without further ado, let's get right into it, and if you haven't already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I've kind of been like low-key looking forward to this debut. I watched a lot of their teasers, I watched some of the pre-debut content that the members released, and my first impression of the group was, you know, as is expected of JYPE groups, they seemed like really strong dancers. I was also pretty impressed with some of the vocalists in the group, specifically Lily, so I was looking forward to see what direction JYPE would take them in. I did see the teaser that gave us a little bit of the track Tank. I also listened to the highlight medley, so I heard snippets of both 00 and Tank before the debut was released today. I wasn't really sure what to think of 00 from the snippet, but I immediately liked Tank, which made sense because it was produced by Dem Joints, and usually I like his tracks. So I was really looking forward to listen to the full version of each song. So I watched the music video to 00, and my first impression was I was a bit confused, to be honest with you. I saw what JYPE was going for in the song and what they were trying to accomplish, but to me it kind of fell flat. I think they were really trying to follow SM's whole song switch up formula, and by that I would refer to songs like I Got a Boy, even Next Level, where the track sounds like a mashup of multiple different songs. The thing is though, if you look at I Got a Boy or Next Level, the transitions between those sections of the song are pretty smooth, they make sense, so even though it might sound like a few different genres or a few different songs in one, it kind of comes together in a cohesive package, if that makes sense. To me, 00 didn't really give that. It kind of felt messy. The transitions, if you would call them that, felt abrupt, so it kind of left me confused, and I had to listen to the song a few times to even begin to try to make sense of it. So first, I want to talk about the intro of the song. It's kind of like a rap part that goes back and forth between Jinny, Jiwoo, and Kyujin. I really didn't even think this section of the song needed to be there. It left me a little bit confused and overwhelmed. In the lyrics, there were a lot of references to the song's title with the double 00 puns like shug shug. I have no idea what that means. Zoom zoom. So obviously they were trying to refer to the title of the song, but I just didn't think it was necessary. Now, I actually really liked the verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. I really liked that section of the song. To me, it was catchy. It sounded like your typical girl crush dance anthem. I was feeling that. Once again, with the lyrics, there were some parts that stuck out to me. In the beginning of the first verse, Haewon says, check out popcorn and zero Coke. She's holding a can of Coke, and I'm pretty sure later on in the music video, there were a bunch of cans of Coke behind the girls. So I was like, is this like product placement or something? And sure enough, I checked the description box of the music video, and it does say that this music video was sponsored by Coca-Cola. So that explains all the Coke references. I don't know, I just wish they would have referenced Coca-Cola in a less obvious way, because once again, that was another thing that threw me off about the song. But like I said, sonically, I really liked the first verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. I was feeling it, but where they lost me was the interlude, verse 2, verse 3 bridge section, even though it really didn't feel like that. This is the point where we have this SM song switch up thing happening. The song goes from like this really high energy dance anthem to a kind of soft pop rock song. I just don't think it fits with the previous melody of the song or the previous vibe of the song at all. It just feels very strange. The entire energy is different. We get like a very bright, happy, girly soft rock concept, and it just really doesn't mesh well with the previous hardcore girl crush concept. It feels very very abrupt, very out of place, and I feel like this whole section of the song would have served better as a completely separate track. It really did not need to be here. Once again, I know what formula they were trying to go to. It was giving very like SM, SNSD, I Got a Boy, or even aespa Next Level. They were trying to follow that format, but it kind of fell flat to me. And then at the end of this section, we have Lily with her high note, and it just abruptly transitions back to the previous melody. It really wasn't a transition at all, and this is where the song really lost me. It wasn't cohesive, and I feel like these two sections could have been two songs. It really wasn't necessary. I do think it's cool that JYPE was obviously trying to be experimental with NMIXX's debut. I just don't think it was done very well. If they would have picked a different melody or different structure for that section in the middle of the song when the song changes completely, I think I would have preferred it better. And also if they would have taken out that little rap intro, I just don't think it was necessary, but that's just my personal opinion. From what I'm seeing on Twitter, it seems like a lot of people have mixed feelings about NMIXX's debut, and I think that this is very telling. I wonder what would have happened if JYPE would have taken a safer approach to their debut title track and maybe done an experimental title track later on, or even as a B-side. I mean, think of aespa. SM always had this vision of aespa being this futuristic experimental girl group that was almost kind of like similar to NCT with their sound, but aespa's debut was Black Mamba. Yes, Black Mamba is what you would, I guess, consider what K-pop stans call noise music, but it was still palatable enough for the general public, I think, that people liked it. And then later on we saw aespa, you know, take more of a risk with Next Level and Savage, but by that time people already knew that that was the direction they were going in, and people liked it, people got it, right? But with this, JYPE came straight out of the gate with a song that has a lot of people confused, and I wish that they would have had a different approach to their title track for this reason, because this is a new group that doesn't really have a strong fan base yet. Now, of course, because the girls are coming from one of the big three, JYPE, I'm sure they'll be fine, but it's just something that I wanted to mention. Now, I will say I actually really liked the other song on the EP, Tank. I definitely preferred it over OO, the title track. I think it's a good dance anthem. It at least is cohesive and it makes sense, and I wonder how things would have been if Tank would have been the title track instead. Now, overall, I just want to say I think the girls are extremely talented. I think that the music video was stunning. I think that you could really see how great the girls are with dancing in the music video, how they have crazy stage presence, specifically during the post-chorus section with Ginny in the center. I loved that part. I thought her stage presence was crazy. I also think, like I mentioned before, the girls are great vocally. So even though I was not crazy about their debut OO, this isn't me writing off the girls completely. I definitely am interested to see what direction they'll go in the future, what JYPE will do with them. I have a feeling that they will follow this experimental path, because debuting with OO was a pretty straightforward statement if you ask me, but like I said, I will be watching to see what they do next. But I will say, this is different for a JYPE group. I mean, we have JYP groups like ITZY and Stray Kids that are on the noisy side, but I wouldn't say that their music is that experimental, but this is like really experimental for me. It's kind of giving NCT, aespa, Luna. It's giving a lot of different vibes, and I'm referring to both OO and Tank, and I'm not really mad at that. Like I said, I like Tank, but I wish OO would have been done a little differently. I think if OO would have not had that weird rap intro and pop rock section in the middle would have been scrapped completely and maybe made a different song, I think I would have liked the debut a lot more. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think of OO and NMIXX's debut. Did you like it? Were you not feeling it? Did you like Tank? Do you prefer Tank over OO? Do you think Tank should have been the title track, or do you think OO should have been the title track because it was meant to make a statement and get people talking? I'd love to hear your thoughts on NMIXX's debut in the comments, so let me know what you think. As always, if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!